Hello, sound check.
Hello, 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 check, hello, check, hello, hello, check, hello.
Hello, 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 hello.
Good evening once again, and heartiest welcome to all of you. I request Mr. Shivaji Durgavle, Mr. Dilip Patil, and Mr. Sanket Shinde to escort Mr. Laxman Nikam and Professor A.B. Pandit on dais. I request Mr. Shivaji Durgavle, Honorary President, to welcome today's guest speaker, Mr. Nikam Laxman, Chief Technology Officer, Kansai Nerolac Paints Limited, with a flower of bouquet. I now request Mr. Dilip Patil, Honorary Treasurer, to welcome Professor A.B. Pandit, Vice Chancellor ICT Mumbai, with a flower bouquet. I now request Mr. Shivaji Durgavle, Honorary President, for welcome address.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Yeah, great. Today's guest speaker, Mr. Laxman Nikam, Chief Technology Officer, Kansai Nerolac Paints, Professor A.B. Pandit, Vice Chancellor of ICT Mumbai, past President of the Color Society, Office Bearer of the other associations, paint associations, members of the Color Society, industry colleagues, teachers, students, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, thanks Mr. Nikam Laxman for accepting our invitation and also rescheduling your program. Actually, he was supposed to go to the Singapore, but he rescheduled it and he is present here. Thank you very much, sir. And thank you very much, Professor A.B. Pandit, sir, for taking your time in the busy schedule. Thank you very much, sir. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the late Professor N.R. Kamath Memorial Lecture organized by the Color Society. The Color Society was founded in 1952 by the visionary late Professor N.R. Kamath. His vision was to create a platform for knowledge sharing and collaboration in the surface coating industry. Since 1984, so more than 40 years, we have been honoring the memory of the Professor N.R. Kamath every year on his birth anniversary by inviting eminent personalities, guest speakers from the industry and academia to deliver the memorial lectures. Over the years, we have been privileged to host distinguished speakers from industry and academia, such as Shri C.H. Chokshi, Chairman Asian Paints, Dr. F.A. Mehta, Chairman Goodlas Nerolac Paints, now it is Kansai, Shri Manu Ahuja, CEO and MD, Jubilant Agri and Consumer Products, and from the academia, Padma Vibhushan Professor M.M. Sharma, Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan, Padma Shri Dr. Raghunath Mashelkarji, Padam Shri Professor G.D. Yadav, and many more. This year, we are delighted to have with us Mr. Laxman Nikam, Chief Technology Officer, Kansai Nerolac Paints. who will deliver the lecture on a very important topic, smart, sustainable, and stylish, the future of car coating. We eagerly look forward to his insight on how technology and sustainability are shaping the coating of tomorrow. Professor N.R. Kamath was born on 18th September 1914 in Mulki, a small town near Mangalore in Karnataka. Was not only the founder of the Color Society but also legendary academician, a researcher, and institution builder. His contribution laid the foundation of the development of the coating industry in our country. And his legacy continues to guide us even today. At the Color Society, we strive to carry forward the legacy of our founders by organizing annual seminars, memorial lectures, training program, diploma courses, industrial visit, and active participation in the various exhibitions. All these initiatives are aimed at promoting knowledge, encouraging innovation, and connecting students with the industry. I am happy to share short video presentation showcasing the activities of the Color Society over the last 2 years. A short video. Another highlight of this evening is the felicitation of the young achievers. We, are, we will be honoring the first 3 rankers holders of our online global diploma in paint and ink technology, as well as the meritorious students from ICT Mumbai, Garware Institutes Mumbai, TIP Pune, and UICT Jalgaon with the Shri Mukundra Hulalkar Scholarship. This is our way of encouraging the next generation of technologies who will carry the coating industry forward. Today we are an audience representing both from the industry and academia. Your presence is a testimony of the strength and relevance of this platform. I thank you all for being part of this legacy event. On a personal note, this evening holds special significance for me. Sorry. As the last function of my tenure as the president of the Color Society. It has been honor and privilege to serve this organization, and I am deeply grateful for the support and encouragement I have received from the colleagues, past president, my family, my company, Arnagadas, and well-wisher throughout the journey. With these words, I once again welcome you all to this year's memorial lecture. Let us honor the memory of the late Professor N.R. Kamath by continuing to pursue knowledge, excellence, and innovation in the world of coating. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I now request anyone from the audience to share the memory of late Professor N.R. Kamath. Anyone who has anything to share about Professor N.R. Kamath can please share. I now request Professor A.B. Pandit, Vice Chancellor ICT Mumbai, to say few words.
Today's honored speaker, N.R. Kamath Memorial Lecture Speaker, Shri Laxman Nikam, Shivaji Durgaule, Dilip Patil, Aniket Shinde. I see some of my old friends out here. I think I am missing quite a few of the familiar faces in any Color Society functions. Mahanavar is not there, Maske is not there, Prashant Samant is not there. So these were the permanent faces which I could always meet. Anyway, I think the 2 events which are conducted by Color Society have become a nationally recognized events. One is, of course, Professor N.R. Kamath Memorial Lecture, and second is Dr. C.J. Bomkar Memorial Lecture. And they have always chosen topics which are futuristic in nature, and there has been a significant change. I have participated in many of the Kala Society's functions, including the Jamboree at Lonavala. So it has always been a pleasant experience to come and join. I think the topic which you have chosen today is definitely a topic which worth looking into. I was just talking in the evening because OTAI had organized a conference in the evening about beyond the label, the nutraceutical value of palm oil. There is a general negative feeling about palm oil. It's a complete myth. Similarly, surface coating is considered kya yaar leke aao ek maar do usme. They don't really understand what really goes into development of paint, how critical it is for them to be able to see it and appreciate it later. And I'm very glad that Nerolac, which has always taken a lead share in industrial paints, maybe Asian Paints had a highest share in decorative paints, but as far as Nerolac paints are concerned, which had a much more technical superiority as far as the paint quality, So you will see whether they are marine paints or paints for army. All these have been developed essentially by Nerolac, and Kansai is taken that legacy forward. So I'm extremely happy that Mr. Laxman Nikam has agreed. So I think getting selected for Professor N.R. Kamath Memorial Lecture, I'm not surprised that he postponed his Singapore visit, because it's a singular honor. And you can't say no when you have been invited. That is how the legacy of Professor N.R. Kamath was and is. And even now, those who have had association with N.R. Kamath, you talk to them about him, they will always talk to you with two things. One, a deep respect, and second, a big awe in terms of his intellectual prowess and in terms of critical thinking, which was extremely important for the innovations and the type of work which he did in ICT and then subsequently in IIT. So today is again an occasion where we are worried about the future. Big tariffs have been put on exports, and automobile components or automotive components have a major share in the exports, the cars as well. So we have to look into the possibility of how we can reduce the price so that the tariff impact can be partially offset without compromising, of course, the looks, the finish, and the durability. And I'm sure Mr. Laxman Nikam will address these particular issues. I'm very happy that you have invited me here, and I'm extremely happy to be here and allowing me to give some time to share my few thoughts. Wishing you all the very best, and let this legacy of Color Society activities continue. One more thing, incidentally, is I used to see these diploma classes going on, so I was just inquiring. Now, this is how the technology helps you. Now, all this entire diploma is conducted online. I'm sure the participation has increased, the reach has increased, and it has become now a global diploma which is accepted by the people who know the value of that diploma readily. So, Color Society, all his office bearers and members carry on, and ICT is always available for any of events which you want to conduct, and ICT always has been home of extension activities. Technical, of course, we do, but we also encourage the outreach activities of our engineers. So please carry on, and all the very best.
Thank you, sir. I'm sure that was a very good information which was passed on by our Vice Chancellor of ICT. So let's move on to the next. I now request Mr. Dilip Patil, Honorary Treasurer, to introduce today's guest speaker, Mr. Laxman Nikam. A huge round of applause, please.
Hello, good evening, everybody. It is my pleasure to introduce our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Laxman Nikam. Mr. Nikam has over 35 years of rich experience in the paint and coating industry. He joined Kansai Nerolac Paint in 1995 and is currently serving as a Chief Technology Officer, leading the company's research and development team. Under his leadership, a team of 220 scientists is engaged in cutting-edge work across diverse areas such as automotive coating, decorative paint, high-performance coating, resin and emulsion, construction, chemical, and adhesives. He has been a driving force behind the advancement of automotive coating technology and the introduction of eco-friendly decorative paint, including Kansai Nerolac Paint's pioneering healthy home range. Mr. Nikam is committed to sustainable and environmentally friendly solutions, focusing on low VOC and eco-friendly products that meet customer and environmental needs. We are truly honored to welcome him as our chief guest today. Sir, we kindly request you to share your valuable thought with us. Thank you. Sir, please.
It's okay. I think not comfortably. I will operate from here. Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. Respected Professor Pandit, Honorable President of Color Society, Shivaji Durgavle, all the professors from the UDCT, all my industrial partners, industry partners, and dear students. So I think, first of all, let me thank you for giving me the opportunity for the giving some lecture for the late Professor N.R. Kamath's memorial lecture. So initially when they contacted me, I decided to take some simple subject and present. But I think Color Society is also very smart when they have decided to give me this topic. And they said, ki, sir, you just change that topic from that to smart, stylish, and the sustainability. So I said, okay, let me see and let me try what I can bring, from that. So when I thought that, when this topic came to our mind, that is smart, stylish, and sustainability, so first mind came to my mind is the current generation, and to which we call the Gen Z or Generation Z. That what I'm going to say, and which is for the future, smart, stylish, and the sustainability, that how this can connect to the Gen Z or Generation Z. And while doing that, so we, the three generation before, like, I born in 1967. So those who born after 1965, those come as a Generation X. And Generation X, and of course in between the, after 1980, the millennial, and after 1996, this Gen Z generation. So I said, if we are going to do this for Gen Z, then what is the connect, that dot connect happened from Gen Z to millennial to the Generation X. Now, I think a lot of my colleagues, industry colleagues, most of them probably from the Generation X. So the Generation X was very, I can say lucky, or has seen lot of evolving thing in almost all type of technologies. So let me tell you, my education, I am belonging from the Khed, which is near to the Chiplun, from Ratnagiri. My father was farmer. My education till 5th standard I have done to my native place, which is a Khed. And at that time, when I am talking for 70s, my father was doing everything. I mean to say, there was nobody at home who was earning the money. Everything was, like you are making the rice, whatever required for the chapatis, all the vegetables he was growing around. I mean, you have to make a vegetable, just go nearby, take the any vegetable and make it. Similarly, if you want to eat a fish, go to the river, catch the fish and that. Chicken, egg, everything was at home. Whatever additional he was growing, that he was selling, and whatever money required for the minimum purpose, that was, we were utilizing. And that way the life was going on at that time. So that was the time, it was a sustainable. And the nature was so pure. We are not suffering for taking the, literally today we are searching where the oxygen level, how much dust into the air. So that is what I thought, these are the connect. That time it was there. Then this generation X has seen so many things which has evolved. So even if in 1970s, having a radio is itself, having like somebody is having in the upper class. I remember later on, after my 5th standard, when I came to the city, and wherever we were staying, somebody bought later on that black TV. Among that building, we are having the 9 flats, and one flat got a black TV. But every building's, all people responsibility that Saturday, Sunday, everybody is to rush their house to Saturday see the Marathi movie and the Sunday Hindi movie. And I think that is the generation from there we saw, then color TV, then this mobile and whatnot it came. And today, so I'm just trying to connect we as a coating industry, how we are working and coming to this subject. The future of car coating, that is smart, stylish and sustainable. So that is a one context. Now before coming to this subject, so what is the global context for this? So there are basically 3 global contexts where currently most of the world, including India, we are working. One is the carbon neutrality. So in carbon neutrality, many countries, like if you talk about Europe or Japan, they set a target for the zero carbon emission by 2050. India kept a target for 2070. Added values that going ahead, that we have seen many change into the industry. Like for example, in 1983, first time Maruti came, and before that, if you remember, the car which was there like a Fiat or Ambassador, you probably there 2 or 3 colors was there. And then of course, from that time till now, probably till 2000, whenever this many other industry has gone in the passenger vehicle or two-wheeler industry, and then still the color has increased, metallic colors got introduced, and till 2000 it was like color palette like 8 to 10. But now going ahead, that we are going to see what stylish thing will come. And the within the smart coating, what other different type of smart coating will come. Even today, if you see, we are in 2025. So from 1983 to till today, we have done a lot of smart coating introduction. But what next will come? So I will take that journey, what happened into it. So out of that, the first topic is a smart coating. So what is the smart coating? It is basically a stimuli responsive material, or the changes their properties when it get exposed to the external environment, or it enhance the vehicle performance, or there are a lot of functional resin component, or in today's scenario, a lot of nano material is used for various achieving the functional properties. So it is not really new. Some of the thing it has been already implemented. I think a lot of you people may be aware. For example, you talk about the car windshield. Now there is a coating, which you can apply on the car windshield, and if the rain falls, you do not need a wiper to run. Water will get separate out. Similarly, sometimes the fogging, what will happen for that, if you apply this fine coating, that can, it will not allow to form the fog. Similarly, lot of the self-healing polymers or the films are there, which can be applied, which can help to overcome this type of thing. There are sensors and the control coating for the electrical stimuli for the smart display diagnostic, and the conductive coating, like if you remember, when this automotive painting started and the lot of plastic part got introduced, especially the bumper part. The plastic is a non-conductive, so if you apply the latest modern application techniques, if you apply by the manual air-assisted gun, of course you can apply. But if you have to apply by electrostatic gun or robotic application, you cannot apply. So you have to make the surface conductive. So you have to apply the conductive primer and followed by metallic, whatever base coat, clear coat system. And similarly, there is the coating for the battery coverage and so on. So these are the things which are already into use. And when we have done this, what are the benefit we achieved, like improved vehicle longevity, reduced maintenance cost, environment compliance, like, a lot of people has initiated, although government rule is not there for reduction for the VOC or CO2, but I think within the industry, a lot of people has taken certain action that how we can help the society to reduce the VOC or carbon reduction. And the better resale value, because overall, if you see nowadays the vehicle, whatever you buy, and even if you get for the 10 years, the performance of the car, it is absolutely okay. Like previously, what earlier used to face, whether the color reduction is there or the color fading is there, I think those type of issues you are not facing. So that is what type of thing has evolved with time. And of course, the improved aesthetic, when we are talking, previously it was really very difficult to reproduce the accelerated life. Earlier, like some of the QE and other thing machine was there, but really that was not really reproducing the real data of the atmosphere. Today we have the advanced machine like Xenon and so on, where you can test the product for 2 months or 3 months, and you can predict that paint film can run for how many years, whether it will give the performance or 10 years, 20 years or 30 years. That type of advanced techniques today are there into the industry, and that is where the benefit has come to the end consumer. So these are the things which we have done in the past, but in future what will come. For example, in this picture you can see there is a dark, of course the night time, and there are 2 scooters parking into the night. And because of that, somewhere light is not there, then probably we can see that there may be some chances of accident can happen. But now technology can work, you can make a coating which can glow into the night. So this is one of the, again, a smart coating. Peelable coating. So, like when I was talking about Gen Z and they want change. So, nowadays, earlier people used to buy a car and they used to keep a car for 20 years. But I think that time has gone. So in this peelable coating, typically what the current system we are having, the CD, primer, base coat and clear coat. So suppose if you buy one silver color, after 1 year or 2 years you get a board, you can put another paint film over that and you can change the color. Of course, with the today's government rule, when you buy the car, under the registration, you put down the certain color which you buy. But those type of rule will come, because these changes will happen with the time. If that type of thing will come up, or that type of government also will consider that if people want to change the color within 2 years, 3 times, this type of option will be there. So from silver, you go to the red, from red, you go to some other color and keep the journey going on. So within a 5 years, you can have a 4 year or 5 year type of, peelable type of coatings. Next is a in-mold coating. Like, when this automotive industry in India got evolved, and Pandit sir also said that when so much of tariffs and other things are coming, that we have to see the opportunity to how to reduce the cost. And that become a real challenge, and the plastic where it plays the important role. So a lot of plastic part got introduced for the automotive industry. The biggest part, is the bumper, what you can see. But apart from bumper, you can see within the interior there are various multiple plastic parts where you require a painting for the plastic. And plastic is also very difficult to paint because again, Pandit sir said, some people say coating में क्या होता है, एक तो ऐसा brush लगाना है, spray लगाना हो जाता है. But some of the this engineering plastic, whether you talk, it is very difficult for the paint film to get the difficult to adhesion on the various plastic, and you cannot use a simple type of single plastic across all the multiple application. So based on the that product feature, somewhere you will use the ABS, somewhere you use the glass filled nylon or polycarbonate and so on. So these are the multiple different type of surfaces, and getting an adhesion with a single coat of a product, it is always a bigger challenge. So, that is become a difficult for painting this process, although we have the solution. But going ahead, what will happen? People are looking for the in-mold coating. That while making that plastic part, when it is going to the molding process, why not to inject the paint during that process so that the part will get the same color what you want. So, and then of course, which is having its own multiple benefits by going to this process. This action has been initiated because what is important into life, the idea is very important. When the ideas come, let it have the multiple challenges. But once idea comes, challenges will be there, people will keep working on that and the challenges can be overcome. And that is what happening at present in this process, at least for the solid color, there is a solution. For interior plastic, people could able to start the in-mold coating. Exterior, there are still certain challenges, but work is going on. And I think in near future, we'll be able to do that. So next part of my this lecture is the stylish coating, you know. So like what I said, 1983, when the Fiat and other thing was there, and typically 2-3 colors, solid color was there, off-white, maybe white, and one light blue. And from 1983, Maruti started, and then multiple color came and so on. And then styling, a lot of styling and happened. Today you can see multiple design change and so on thing. But what will come next? So while going this styling, I think there are 3 parameters which is very important, is the personalization. You know, like previously I said, there was 8 color, it become a 10 color or 15 or 20. But now what is more important, that how the personalization will happen into the future. And to do that, what can be done? Second is the regulatory compliances. You know, till now, you know, our main aim is to grow and grow, that is the main agenda. But going ahead, the regulatory compliances will be much more important. And third is, you know, rise in electrical vehicle. Of course, India today is not ready for the electrical vehicle, you know, because our infrastructure is not ready. But I think it is a question of time. Anyway, when I will take this presentation further, I will take you. The other part for the market growth and the key drivers is the expansion of the auto industry. Like, you know, we started in 1983. Today, we are much, much better. We are number 1 into the two-wheeler industry. We are at number 3 for the, you know, passenger vehicle level. And I'm sure the day is not far where we can lead the world. And again, for the market growth, expansion of auto industry, premium electrical vehicle, sustainability, and the localization, which is again very important part. Because even today, the premium products for the industrial application, although we are making into India, lot of resin part also we started making into India. But if you go to the basic initial raw materials which is required and which is like, you know, premium quality, high weather resistance, organic pigments or inorganic pigments, or if you talk about aluminum or pearl or effect pigment, we are still not that manufacturing. I think that is the area where, you know, we need to do the further progress, and then we can really, we can say we are the manufacturing, you know, country. And on the colors, like what I said, from the journey started from 2 colors to 25 to 40 color, but what going to happen, the further diversification of the color palette, rise in warm neutral colors, growing chromatic colors, and the regional preferences. For example, what type of color trend required into the north, it is not, you know, necessary that the same it will get prefer into the south. So that is called what regional preferences, and we do scientific study, and based on that we do a lot of development from that characteristic. So when I'm talking about the stylish coating, so last 25 years or 30 years, what are the things where we have done the progress? So these are the various areas where we already done some of the progress. Liquid metal has done, but liquid metal is not done to the exterior full part. We have done on the smaller part. You can see some of the premium vehicle where you can see the smaller part inside the car, you know, it is applied with a liquid metal. It is a paint, it is not you know, chrome plating and so on. Candy finish, which was there earlier, you know, in the two-wheeler petrol tanks. Earlier, if you see, when it was got introduced around 2000, those color was not, if you see, it is to get a faded out. It, you know, the red become, and later on some people started looking the aluminum base later on. But a lot of work has been done to that candy finishes, and in last 5 years, it got introduced into the passenger vehicle as well. Color travel, car interior coats, stylish films, vinyl wraps, and customized colors. So these are the things which we have already done in last 25-30 years. So going ahead further into the stylish coating, you know, what further can be done? So these are the 5 areas where further work will be done. That is, in the metallic things, there are a lot of tiny metal flakes which reflects, and which can create the shimmering effect. So that is where the bold colors would get developed. Matte clear coat, one of the challenge, because see, you have the all passenger vehicle where the gloss is, it is very highly glossy product. Matte clear coat application on the passenger vehicle is a challenge. The matte clear coat got introduced 6-7 years before in the two-wheeler industry because they were having the smaller parts, so handling is a comparatively easy. But in case of the passenger vehicle, where the application area is much bigger, where one of the big problem is when car painting is done and it's baking at 140 degree, when it come out of the oven, the inspection is done, and in that inspection, of any dust particle comes, then the process is you sand that dust, make it flat, and you polish it. So that after sanding, whatever you rupture the film, you again gain the gloss. So in case of glossy, it is easy to do because when you do the sanding polish, you get the gone and there is no difference. But in case of matte, if you sand it and if you do polish, that portion become a glossy. So rest other area become matte and the center polish become a glossy. So that is become a big challenge for the passenger vehicle, to introduce this type of matte clear coat. Another thing is the matte clear coat is very sensitive for the, alkaline type of thing. And you can imagine in India, the type of soap and other thing people use to clean the car. And if those spots will come, then it will, impact the matting agent. But today we have certain solution, and I think you must have already seen some of the car manufacturer, they already started painting the matte clear coat as well. Of course, there are certain standard has been made, and while producing the paint shop where they are manufactured, they have made a certain great rule that the dust availability in the painting area, they try to make it nil. So my output, whatever coming after the painting should not have any dust, so I don't have to repair. That is the area where people are doing the progress. Color travel, I think I already said, again I will explain going ahead further. Candy finishes, I said, which was earlier part of only two-wheeler, now it is a passenger vehicle. And it is a high chroma color or iridescent coating, where again like mirror-like finishes which will be. So these are the 5 trends which will come further into the stylish coating using these various technology. So within that I said, in the color, sometime people also have color kya hota hai, 4-5-6 color to hote. But it is not like today. Now that lot of work, I am having, we are being a leader in the automotive. We are having color sale, the entire, they are the professional color designer. They do the survey not only from the Indian perspective, but from the global perspective. They study the people mind, they study the fashion trend, and based on that, they arrive some of the color what will be there into the market. And of course, this is a dynamic thing, it keep on changing. So, currently we are working on some of the concept for the developing colors, that is, 3D effect, freshness, chromatic colors, translucency, and the metallic. And how it works, basically the inspiration comes, and for example, these 3D grannies, that how from where this inspiration comes. These metal shavings tools with where you get that type of effect. From there we take the inspiration and we try to create certain color which the cars can look like that. The snake concept is again from the chromatics where with the again inspiration come from the various like tropical fruits, chemical color balls and so on, where the bright color, previously if you see these type of bright colors was not there, but the trend of such type of color also growing. And if we come to my next concept, which comes from the translucency, which is inspiration again comes from the glacier, shallow coral reef, river bed, from where we take that idea and try to create a color which give me the inspiration which have the translucency. Next is this freshness, which is again inspiration comes from the fruit, jelly, lemon, squash and so on, and from that direction also we create multiple stylish colors. So this is what the metal, more of the liquid metal or chrome plated type of metal finishes, where I said at present the progress has been done more for the interior parts, but probably the time is not far that we may see the fully painted passenger vehicle as well. And now, like I said, if I have to make a metal finish, like a exterior part, then how it can be done? So typical painting process today, what we are having, where we apply the, of course, on the CED, which give the corrosion resistant cathodic electrode deposition. Over that, we apply the primer, which is, if it is a 3C1B process, so we have two process, 3C1B or 3C2B. So 3-coat 2 baking or 3-coat 1 baking type of process. So normally metallic base coat is applied in the range of around 15 to 18 micron. So here, to create such type of metal effect, you need to control the DFT of 4 micron. You can imagine within a 4 micron, you have to give that effect, and how to control that 4 micron film, which can give me the metal-like effect, where the technology got involved, and where the particle size of the aluminum and other thing plays the important role. So I think in the next slide, I can give you the slight technical detail where you can understand. Where on the x-axis, we have given the particle size, and on the y-axis, we have given the flip-flop. Flip-flop means in any silver metal color, if you move the panel like this, you will see that there is a lot of color travel, and which in the paint industry we call as a flip-flop. So if you go towards fine, then it becomes more and more flip-flop angle. The common silver, which is in the bottom of this graph, which is the normal typical silver, what you see on the car, on the roads, where the aluminum particles or the pulp pigment, the particle size vary from 5 micron to 25 micron. But when you go for the finer metal type of finishes, you can see the particle size something like 1 micron, 2 micron, and so on. But controlling that with a minimizing of film thickness to 4 micron is a big challenge. But a lot of work is happening into that area, and I think in near future you will able to see that type of liquid metal full body painted bodies. Similarly, to get the color travel, I do not know, I think some people must have done, we already introduced this very high color travel color into the market, where, it is a synthetically, some of the mica carrier, some silicon oxide coated with a highly refractive metal oxide. So those type of concept we use, and we make a very high travel colors. Now, when EV is coming, electric vehicle, I said, of course, India infrastructure is not still that developed. Passenger vehicle, I think it will take certain time, but in the two-wheeler, it has done great progress. And you can imagine previously, in India, two-wheeler, there are 5-6 major manufacturers. You take a name like a Honda, Hero Motors, Bajaj Auto, TVS, Yamaha, and so on. But today, there are more than 80 EV manufacturers there for two-wheeler. And in the small shop, they are making the, these two-wheeler scooters and so on. And their expectation on the color, like, they want to change the color within 1 month. Previously, for example, if you introduce one color, that color is to remain there on the car, on the bike for 2 years to 3 years. Today, if I give the today material and 1 month it get over, he's asking me, give me another colors. That is type of speed, and the color change and the requirement are coming. So you can imagine how fast we have to create a new color, and we have to respond to such a dynamic, very demanding situation. So there, where the multiple styling and other things are coming. And going ahead, there are a lot of personalized thing where going to come. At present, at the OEM level, it may come some year before. I have given this type of presentation to one of the leader, auto manufacturer, because, there is a limitation to produce only 15, 20 or 25 color in one paint shop. But suppose any customer tomorrow want that, I don't want this regular color, I want my choice color. Then they should have certain mini type of system when they can take a booking, and based on that booking, they can design. That is, customized thing can happen. But at present, at the dealer end, lot of customizations are happening. Even, there are some customization studios where people get the either vehicle painted, or there are other finishes or the films which they apply, and by that they can customize. In recent time, I think you must have seen there is a peak change. Previously, car was painted with a single color, but now there is a big change where you can see the people wanted the two-tone painting. That means the roof is one color and the body is another color. Now, for looking, it looks very simple, but it is very difficult to paint that. The reason is that if you have to do the two painting system, instead of 2 baking cycle, you have to do for the 3 baking cycle. So you go for 3 baking cycle, that means you reduce your productivity by 50%. Now to face this challenge, we come out with a certain solution, and what we have done, the first painting of primer and the roof we made together. And where the important role play that how you can achieve the good compatibility of 3 different technology while doing so. That means for the body side is the body primer, on the roof you will have the wet and wet primer, then base coat and the clear coat. So I mean 4 system which will have the compatibility with each other, which can form this type of thing. So with that we could able to do that, and I think one of the this auto manufacturer could able to implement with that, and they could able to manufacture higher number of vehicle with this two-tone painting without affecting the their productivity. So I think that's all about the first 2 concepts, smart and stylish. Now third, I'm coming for the sustainable coating. So when it is coming for the sustainable coating, of course simple definition, if we have to see what we can say, a sustainable coating is an environment friendly responsible surface finish designed to minimize negative impact from the raw material from sourcing till ELV, so end of life vehicle, So that way you have to, that is a journey we have to do it. And under which I think various area where people are working, whether it is a waterborne coating or whether it is a powder coating, because powder coating is not using any solvent. But the other negative side of the powder coating is it is get baked at a very high temperature, 180 to 210 degree. So energy consumption is higher. So if your energy is not green, then your CO2 which is going into the air is much higher. So how we can work on the powder which you can bake at a lower temperature. Zero VOC, I think I already discussed. Smart functional coating, I already discussed. And of course, also how you can design a product where the bio content or bio-based raw material content will be higher. You can start a journey where from 20% to 30%, and of course 100% what you keep as a target. So there are many, within the sustainable many concepts, but I thought to talk on one concept, that is waterborne compact painting process. At present, waterborne painting compact system is not there started in India, but very soon it will start. We are ready with this technology, our parent company. Like till 2000, it was only solvent-based globally people were using. 2005, the first water-based 3-weight painting started worldwide, where 2 preheat was there. I will explain what is preheat and other thing. Then in 2000, near to around 13, 14, they progressed to 1 preheat, and the final baking was done at 140 degree. And now it is a 1 preheat. Now further work going on how you can bake at low bake. So what is that? The first process which developed 2 preheating. So typically, even for the automotive, the primer and the base coat is water-based. Clear coat will always remain, because still there are challenges to achieve that type of aesthetic. So clear is still is a solvent-based. So before clear coat application, the primer and the base coat, whatever water is there, you have to remove that water before clear coat application. Otherwise, the merging thing will happen. So preheat means you have to give a heat of 80 to 90 degree after every coat, so that it will have a good compatibility and you will get a good aesthetic. The next process which has improved because of this extra preheat energy consumption is high. So one way we are talking VOC is reduced, but my CO2 got increased. So how to reduce that? So then further the success has happened or progress has happened in 2012, where from 2 preheat, 1 preheat has come. That after primer and after complete base coat application, only 1 preheat has been given. That also got implemented globally. And now but the baking still it was 140 degree. And now further what we have done, one with that preheat, that final baking which was there at 140 degree, now we are doing at 80 degree. So the type of energy what you are consuming for 140 degree, that has gone down. So it has helped now to, for both, it is a VOC reduction as well as CO2 reduction. And this is just, you can see the contribution, what type of VOC is there, because clear coat is the same, but if you see the base coat, like because there is also scope that from conventional base coat, where the supply solid come from around 30-35%, thinner intake comes 80 to 100%. There is also solvent-based high solid technology we can go, but still high solid cannot achieve the VOC at what the water-based technology we can achieve. And so you can see against 540, it is 150 gram per liter. And in case of primer, which generally nowadays we call BC1 in 3C1B system, is 190 against 480 gram per liter in case of solvent high solid technology. And the last process which I explained, that on the water-based primer and base coat, 2K clear coat has been put, which can not only help to reduce the baking temperature, but it can enhance the various other properties compared to high solid technology. Whether you talk about the acid resistance, we talk about the alkali resistance, chipping, adhesion, pencil hardness, and so on. So this is my last slide. So, till now, 2025, like I said, 1983 we started journey when Maruti came. We also, Kansai Nerolac, that time because in India nobody was having the automotive pen technology. We made a type with the Kansai pen Japan at that time, and we brought that technology into the India. But good thing, all our Indian members absorbed that technology, and all our Indian members, we took a leadership, and we run that, Pandit sir, I will be proud to tell you, all my R&D techniques are Indian. Japanese, only one single guy sit, but everything done by all Indian team. And that is the way we develop our inner skill into that area. So till 2025, I said people started working on VOC reduction, CO2 reduction. These are the various type of, EVs like hybrid EV, FCEV, BEV like battery EV and so on. We talk about gas to the renewable energy. We talk about water base. So this is what till now we have done. Now next 20 years what we are going to do. That till now we have taken a lot of on the growth. But along with the growth, what we have to do, that stricter regular compliances, achieving carbon neutrality. This will be our next target. Then, in the a lot of resinization and aluminumization. I mean to say, when you will go more and more EV, it will, the main aim that how you can reduce the metal and you can replace the other parts so that you can reduce the weight of the vehicle, so that overall, the battery which gives the mileage and other thing which can be increased. And also there could be some, the frame skin separation structure and other activity will happen. From the engine side, like hydrogen burner, ammonia burner, those concepts will come. And in case of water-based technology, I said, a lot of progress has happened for VOC and also the CO2 reduction. But still, the operation or to run this water-based technology, you require a lot of air conditioning, like temperature you have to maintain or humidity you have to maintain with a very narrow temperature, like 25 to 27 degree, or humidity also like 75 to 70, very narrow. For the energy is very high, so there we are working how we can make a zero. So let be any temperature, be 20 degree or 10 degree or 35 degree, you don't have to push the conditioner so that your energy can go down. Then low temperature curing system and the coating less booth. So these are the another concept. So this is the area further we are planning to do. I think that is all from my side. Thank you. Yeah.
Do you think that the current courses which are taught, there are not many places where the basic paint technology is taught, and the syllabus which is taught, whether that is enough or you require a significant modification in the syllabus to meet these challenges which you talked about for the next 20 years?
Yes, sir. I will answer. In fact, when Shivaji, sometime they came, and Anaga madam also last time came to my R&D. And I was sharing thought to them that maybe we have to enhance our education system, what we are teaching in our universities. In fact, when we were chatting, when we came here at 5 o'clock with lot of other industry members was there, and other madam from other universities there. So I said, previously in our company we was having limitation. We were taking very few members for giving the in-plant training. Now I have made quite lot of number I am taking for most of the universities. But what I observe, sir, ki still their knowledge, they are very basic level. When they are coming to me, we are giving lot of knowledge to them. And as a Kansai Nerolac, we also decided a strategy whether I am having the vacancies or not. Every year 10 to 15 additional people we take as a technology trainee, we pay them as a full salary, and during the year process, if we get any vacancy, we absorb them. But coming to your original question, yes sir, there are a lot of enhancement required with the current very emerged new technology happened into the industry.
So that's why I think people like you who have been involved in this entire spectrum of development should come and interact with the academics and tell them what additional courses, because some of the older courses has, in my opinion, have become extremely irrelevant.
Yes, correct.
And that is more of information which is available, and that information is available in any book or any internet website or whatever it is. What needs to be taught, in my opinion, is how the development, new developments are to be carried out using the information which you already have. And that is where input from people like you and many other industry input who have got a good R&D setup and at least plan to have a good R&D setup should collaborate with academic institutes and make those suggestions for the students who are coming out to ready for you. You may say that you conduct a course for 10, 15 people at a time, and then only when the vacancy comes.
Yeah.
See, when the innovation comes, vacancies they will be in a position to create vacancies for themselves because of their capabilities.
Absolutely, sir. Well noted, sir. And our
would
company
appreciate
level,
that, yes.
yes, our company level also that agenda is there that we should interact more with universities, and we should probably, and we can also help them to enhance the.
I mean, you should come and give some expert lectures or something like that. If that can also be done, it will at least get our faculty thinking along those lines.
Absolutely, sir. Will do, sir. Well noted.
Thank you very much.
Hello, thanks for the information. Globally, how much percentage of industrial and automotive coatings is water-based? And is it satisfactory, the conversion of from solvent-based to water-based? And how do you compare it with the adhesive technology? Because in adhesives, most of the solvent-based adhesives are, they have shifted to either water-based, moisture cure, or high solids.
So yeah. So worldwide, Europe has changed to the fully water-based technology. Japan, fully water-based technology. China shifted to water-based technology. America, partial water-based, partial super high solid type of technology. India still 100% solvent-based technology. So if you see our contribution, then you can see almost 75% it is changed to water-based technology and 25% on the solvent-based technology. Yes, sir. Thank you.
We came to know the Mercedes has come with color changing paints on the car. Can you throw some light on that?
So, there are what advertisement currently happening on the WhatsApp. So that is not a reality. Those type of things, colors of the car can change by putting a different light zone on that car. So so that is the thing. But there are certain things where, like what I explained, the glow in the night or very high travel colors, those type of concepts are there.
I'm sure you all will be agreeing that today's session, which Mr. Laxman Nikam has put forth here, is truly enlightening and very informative. So may I please request a huge round of applause for him. Thank you, sir. So now we will move on to the felicitation ceremony of the Color Society students as well as scholarship students. The Color Society Diploma students in Paint Technology, Ms. Anjali Kulkarni, first rank. A huge round of applause for her, please. Mr. Krunal Shitkar and Mr. Roshan Salunke, our second rankers. Our third ranker, Mr. Sandeep Badekar. Moving on to next is our second diploma course, that is Diploma in Ink Technology. Mr. S.M. Shahid, first rank. Here I wanted to inform you all that he is from Bangladesh and he has expressed his non-participation today due to visa. So the next, our second rankers in ink technology, Mr. Bapan Sen Gupta and Mr. Pankit Kanakia. ये पंकित है. Mr. Amolak Bhatia, third rank. So we'll move on to the next. Shri Mukund R. Hulyalkar Scholarship. Mr. Tejas Chalwadi from ICT Mumbai. Tejas Chalwadi. This is Mr. Tejas Chalwadi, ICT Mumbai. नहीं है ना? Is from Garware Institute, Mumbai. I now call upon Mr. Sanket Annadate, UICT Jalgaon. And Mr. Gaurav Shinde from Deccan Institution, Pune. It's okay. Mr. Tejas Chalwadi, ICT Mumbai. Not present. Okay, then I will move on to I now request Mr. Sanket Shinde, Honorary Joint Secretary, for vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. Respected on the dais and off the dais. Here today I am standing for the vote of thanks on the behalf of the Color Society. I firstly thank Mr. Laxman Nikam sir for his valuable insights on the today's lecture. As he mentioned that correctly that we have to upgrade as per the Gen Z's need, and his topic also that smart sustainable car coating, future car coating. So I am not saying it is a future car coating, but it is a basically need of the car coating industry. And as per his insights, it is not only his research work and not his team's development shows, but if you see here, Mr. Laxman Nikam and his team is already aligned for next 25 years. So if you see the pathway for the next 25 years is readily available with them. So I am sure that all the slides you have mentioned, so it will be, the development will be as per the same only. And I personally thanks Mr. Laxman Nikam sir for being here and give a wonderful lecture on the same. I request our President Shivaji Durgavle to give a memento to Laxman Nikam sir. Thank you, sir. I also like to thank all the past presidents, members of the Color Society, the industry partners, all my colleagues, and the different office bearers from the other association. Thank you for your all the support and making this event successful. I also like to thanks Professor A.B. Pandit sir, ICT Mumbai, and Department of Polymer and Surface Engineering, for giving this an opportunity, since as Professor A.B. Pandit sir said that there are two legacies of Professor N.R. Kamath lecture as well as Dr. C.J. Bhumkar lecture. They both are the legacy of the Color Society lectures, and every year we have organized this lecture in the ICT. So I am thankful for the ICT for giving this an opportunity. Thanks for everyone for your valuable inputs. I request members of the Color Society for a group photo. There is one small announcement. We have the admission for the online diploma courses in paint and ink technology started. So you can visit our website of contact@Color Society and avail the eligibility. Thank you.
Hello, one important announcement. I request all the Color Society members to stay back because we will be following up with the AGM soon. Thank you.